Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another moment with Vivacious. I'm always excited, and it's always a joy to come before you. Being together is wonderful. And I want to talk about things that's going on. Of course, we know here that at Vivacious Speaks, they speak from telling the news, they speak from expertise of the field. Here at Vivacious Speaks, we speak from the people and the people's heart. And our hearts are heavy and confused right now. There's so much going on. You know, I must talk about the war today. I must. We don't have a guest. We're just going to talk about things, relax, email me, and I will, you can email me if you would like, vivaciousspeaks@gmail.com to talk about these things. You can respond. We even have people who don't agree with us that respond, and that's okay because we're the whole world. But there's some crazy stuff going on. And I wish I could say, oh, what is going on with this war? But we have so many issues here at home. The price of gas right now, some people can't afford. I'm saying I'm going to get me a car that uses regular gas. Just a small little car. You know, we have to make decisions. That's what I'm getting at. We're going to have to make decisions in every area of our lives. You know, in recent years, we talked about what we don't eat, what we don't like. In our day, in our heyday, let me say, because it's still our day, we ate what our mama cooked. And I'm saying all this not to talk about the new generation, this now generation, but that we can face some of the things that we are going through. My family lives in Texas, and my grandson goes to football practice, and I'm telling my daughter, look, he cannot go to school and come back alone. Even if he catch the bus, somebody has to be there. There's not a place of peace in our lives right now except in prayer. All we can do is pray. That's it. All we can do is pray, because we should not get our instruction to move in anything other than prayer. We cannot. We cannot get our instruction to move in anything other than prayer. We're starting with immigration. The attack on immigration. If it was immigration, even if it was, look, let's just talk about where we are and what we could do. We can't fix what's going on. We can't fix what was doing, because nobody cares what we think. Nobody cares what the people think and how they feel. So we're going to talk about what we have to deal with and how to deal with it. As much as you can, do not go anywhere alone. Make sure you have your driver's license or any form of ID, your form of ID on you. If you have immigration papers, long before the election, I was preaching. Yes, preaching it to people I knew that was here on paper. Do not carry your original papers. Lock them up somewhere. Look, all of us, birth certificates, insurance papers, emergency papers, all kind of emergency papers that we need, our everything. We need to have it packed, locked, and ready to pick up and roll. Now, nothing may not happen at all. Nothing may not happen, but it seems to me that a president that's acting without anybody else is putting us all in jeopardy. But God is good, and I know He's faithful. And I know late in the midnight hour, He can turn it all around. But like the guys in the fiery furnace, in the book of Daniel, even if He don't choose to, He's still God. So we're believing that we're going to be in this fire. We know that we're going to be in this fiery furnace. We believe it. We have faith. But we will not be consumed. But the people who stuck us in there will. The people who threw us in this fiery furnace, we're going to watch them. But right now they're looking in the fiery furnace and they're saying, I see something, and it must be the people of God. I was watching the news and, not the news, you know, YouTube. I'm a YouTube, I get all my information from people I trust in YouTube. Now, all that stuff that come on YouTube is not true, okay? All of that come on YouTube is not true. So it's like everything else. It's like somebody preaching to you, preaching the gospel to you. You choose who you listen to. The white farmers, the guy said he went undercover and pretended to be a mega. And what they had planned while they was putting everybody out and taking our jobs because they thought we was going to come and work their farms. So now they're upset and they're wanting the immigrants back, the people that came in with work visas, they're wanting them back to work their farms because slavery didn't go back, and it doesn't seem to appear to be going back to the way it was. So, and this is why I say I'm so watchful over my grandson, and everybody should be over there, over their family members. Do not go anywhere alone, because these people just picking up people off the street. I think that's our biggest, greatest issue. I have friends that's immigrants. I also, work with some of these people, and the stress that they have to live their lives with. If they come up on the floor and decide that they're going to take a nurse or they're going to take somebody off the floor, there's nothing we could do. One of the major things, unfortunately, we must unite to consider. We need some thinkers to arise. How will we protect ourselves from our own government? How do we protect ourselves from our own government? How do we do that? How can we be safe in a country where a man went against protocol? We may have been in war anyway because it's a Republican Congress that we turning around, hallelujah, and I hope it means us some good, that we're turning around. But how do we protect ourselves from the people that were voted to run our own nation? Again, it's prayer. Look to God, but hear, answer, and do. We must have a strategy. How will we survive our food shortage? How do we survive that? How do we survive this food shortage? Again, so many times I've spoken about us having to come together. Everybody can grow 2 things and share it in the block. I saw Representative Congresswoman, I'm sorry, Lockett. She was talking about how her grandfather had a garden and fed the whole neighborhood. Fed the whole neighborhood. Of course, that's why he's so blessed, right? That's why she's so blessed. The blessings, generational blessings, we must create those. I was at the hotel in the city where I work. I said, look, if they start bombing the city, we're gonna come this way. If they start bombing Atlanta, we have to get out of the city. Whoever thought we would have to live like this? Look, keep your stuff packed up. You don't know when you're gonna have to move. Keep some emergency. We bought those emergency kits, all of the emergency equipment. We did not have any clue that we would need this. Think that we might have to need it. You know, we were thinking just in case. Never did we think of war on our land. Immigration is the issue. We don't know if our people coming home because they're just snatching up people and asking no questions. And the man is upset about it. They want to be sitting here and taking the people to court. And you got to do process. Yeah, he got to do process. But he got voted for president. So he didn't even have to fulfill his sentence. He can declare war, but his son is not going. Take his son first. No, they said. They can't take his son. I said, but he wasn't even supposed to declare war. But the sad part about it is he didn't understand he declared war. And I want us to think about, what are we going to do? What do we have to do? Because all of their bad decisions or good decisions, I don't see too many good ones. Any bad decisions or good decisions, they need to, it almost looked like a stage play. We suffer the consequences. While they're living out their fantasy, we suffer the consequences. But have hope. Please don't stop making your plans, your vacations. It's summertime. It's, children going to college. Quite a few in my family for the first year off campus. Next year, it's great. I say continue to live. Continue to carry out your plans, because we could also make a plan of escape if need be. But whatever we do, keep on living. Keep on believing. Keep on trusting. And I know I talked about everything together, but everything is happening together. Do you think we need to put our heads down as black people No, we should not. Because the same racist condemnation is still going on. That a lot of people, when you talk to them, they'll say, there is no racism. There's no such thing. There is no racism. But we live it every day. And the sad part about racism, that's number one for us. The sad thing about racism is we'll live in their world, but when it all boils down, we are still black. And I'm going to tell you a little story. There was a couple that, a white couple, a Caucasian couple, that adopted a black boy. And he had a relationship with a Caucasian chick. So they raised him like he was white. Very innocent. They raised him like they would raise his own son with the same privileges. Not understanding the world that he has to live in as a black man. Because they know what their world was like, and that's what they wanted to give their son. Well, he got a girlfriend. They were teenagers. He got a girlfriend. And you know what happens with these young people today, much younger than when we were. And they were charging him with rape, trying to take his whole life. He had a girlfriend. They tried to charge him with rape. I don't know how it came out, but we walked him through that experience while he was in court. He was saying he was going to kill himself. And that's because they put two worlds together that don't match, that don't go together in America. And yes, it is 2025, but the truth is, racism exists. The truth is, we got to work harder and harder and harder to make life good for our children, to make life good for us, to cause a flow, to keep the country alive. And in the end, a lot of people only see us in a very negative way. And negative is not the only N word they use. But I say that to say all of this. I believe that we should keep on moving, that we should keep on moving forward, that we have to look around. We have to pray that these people don't drop a bomb on our heads, but we can still be excited. Yes, we can still be excited because we must see this yet as the end of a new era. Here comes a new era. We can have we can be a strong part, a large part of a very strong foundation for this nation. We're coming together as thinkers, putting together a plan for us, put together a great plan for you, because this is going to be a new beginning. A new era is a new beginning. And all that's going on for real is they're digging up the foundation, and all the ugliness can be dug up with it and thrown it out, and we can lay a new foundation. Be a part of building the new foundation. They mean it for one thing, but we can take it and use it for another. So they make it a part of our job really good. Because for years we've been trying to end discrimination. For years we've been trying to dig up and get rid of everything is not about war. Everything is not about you. So many people who were supposed to be representing us has done things and set up ways for themselves. We got another chance. We got a new chance. We got an opportunity at a whole new world. Stay tuned to us. Everything I told you, prepare the food to take away for a couple of days, a couple of weeks. Prepare your food, prepare your clothing, keep all of that. Because one way or another, we're carrying it to our future. Let's stay tuned. We're going to set some foundation. We're not going to wait till we get there to say what we're going to do while they have set up a whole nother plan for us. No, we're not. We're making our plan. We're building our future. And we're solidifying it in the concrete of love. And we all know that love heals all things. And so many times in the Bible, it tells us, and for those of you who read, you know, some people have the Quran, some people have other stuff, wherever you are and whatever you do. But for those of us who are Christian, know that the end was built for us. Everybody's talking about the negative things, but let me tell you, go read again. Do not read the Bible according to what colonialism has taught us to read. Read it for itself. Just read the word. And it's going to tell you, when you see wars and rumors of wars, do not be afraid that the end is not yet here. But if we read the book of Revelations for real, not the fear that other people want to put in us, but faith in God, I don't understand how we got God with such a negative view. I don't understand that. But religion does that. Okay? But it says he's coming back for a prepared bride. A bride, when her wedding is here, she has prepared. She has put everything together. Her life is together. They have new plans to begin their new life. And they're happy. And it's a lot of work. And when she put on that beautiful dress that day, there's nothing but joy. But for my last thing, I don't know about the church these days. I don't know. How did we go against God's people for Trump? That was the Baptist convention. I don't understand. I can't support that. I can't. We don't need money that bad. We serve a God who can. Like, who is your God that you taking $35 million or whatever? And the people had already said that was to destroy the plan we had to make those people to support us. They're destroying the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the just. The plan was made, and they saw, I hate to use this word, a sucker. I can't sit with that. If they were going to come to the table with anybody, they should have came to the table with us who's already at the table and became a part of one plan for our people. But just like the part that we always play, and they know it, shining silver trinket, and they'll sell their people out all the time. We can't sell out ourselves out anymore. Let's build us in love and in truth. Thank you for spending another week with Vivacious Speaks. But do not fear. Have faith. We're not that long this time. because I want us to be encouraged. I'm hoping that this little talk made us think, because at this time we must think. Let's think together. Let's pull together. Let's be a community like we used to be and we've never been before. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to thank everyone who listens to Vivacious Speaks. I encourage your friends to listen. Come if you have ideas on building the new foundation. Now let me tell you something. I heard some crazy stuff out there. This guy was ranting on and on. And I was thinking to myself, dude, I even wrote it in the comments, what is your point? We have to see a whole picture for all of our people. And we cannot plan our future on what these people are doing. If we planned our future according to what's going on in the world right now, all of us would just sit down and cry. That is not how we will plan our future or move forward. But the plans I have for you, the plans, he said, I have for you. I'm not going to even say the rest. I want you to go look it up and I want you to read it. And for those of you who read the Quran or read something else, go find what the promise is. Why was life created? This morning I laid down and I said, what is life really all about? Why are we here? Only one person can give you that answer. Find your answer in prayer. But we will not plan our futures on what this negativity, on this is not who created us. This is not why we were created. And we're going to continue to live, to walk in, to set up, to work. It's going to be a lot of work done. It's a lot of work. But we're going to be joyous. We're going to be excited. We're going to take our place and we ain't giving it up. And the new America is going to be strong in love and in truth. Because together we can make it. We can do it. We can build it. I didn't keep you long this week. I know you have a lot to think about. A lot to think about. But know that God is real and his plan for us is greatness. See you soon. And always know you have a place in Moments with Vivacious. So if you start feeling down and I don't know where to go and I don't know how to fit, just turn to the channel, Vivacious Speaks on YouTube, Moments with Vivacious. Either way you look it up, you'll find it. We're here for you. Keep watching, keep looking, keep growing, and keep being happy.